Hi dears, welcome to English classes at Radhika Rinesh. Here we are to study a poem which is written by Prince Ea, who is commonly known as Richard Williams. The name of the poem is Dear Future Generation Sorry. As the fable for tomorrow, this is also a kind of reminding ourselves on pollutions and all other environmental issues. Here, the poet is asking sorry to the future generation for polluting or destroying this universe. Let's go through the biography of the poet. Prince Ea, whose real name is Richard Williams, is an American rapper, poet, and activist from St. Louis, Missouri, from the Missouri state. He is known for combining art and activism through spoken word poetry that promotes peace, compassion, and awareness. Through his poems and music, he is trying to spread peace, compassion, and awareness among people. His videos such as I Just Sued the School System and Dear Future Generation Story have reached millions worldwide. So he is a very famous rapper, poet. So here we know that Dear Future Generations Story along with I Just Sued the School System uh, made him famous. His work encourages social consciousness, environmental protection, and personal responsibility. Uh, that is, as a very responsible musician and artist, he is always trying to protect nature and spreading awareness on environmental protection among the people. The song was released on YouTube in 2015. And we know that the Paris Climate Agreement, which has been signed in 2016, okay, before this agreement has came into existence, this poem was released. And we know that it's an apology, or the poet is asking sorry to the future generations because we, along with our ancestors, have damaged this earth. So the future generations cannot enjoy all the facilities and all the beauties of this nature. For that reason, he is asking sorry to the future generation. Then here he is expressing guilt and hope to urge people to take immediate action against climate change. So he is asking people to be conscious of the future generations. For that purpose, we should be very careful and we should be very creative in protecting the nature. The tone and style. The tone of the poem is a kind of apology and guilt. We know that he is asking sorry to the future generations and then moves to anger, reflection, and finally hope and determination. Even though he is guilty, the poem ends in optimism or hope. The style of the poem is in a conversational mode or persuasive and passionate. Passionate means that is he wants to change everything on this earth. And a lot of images have been used, a lot of images and metaphors are used to make this poem very effective and beautiful. The form is spoken and poetry meant to be performed. As he is a rapper, he has written this poem to perform. That's why it's in a conversational mode. The poem uses direct address, rhetorical questions, repetition, and contrast. All these made the poem very rich in its style and form. He is addressing the future generation directly by asking some rhetorical questions. That is, rhetorical questions means the answer is embedded within the question itself. By repeating certain lines, he is stressing upon certain ideas. Summary of the poem. Opening apology. The speaker is starts the poem with an apology. Okay, that is, he is apologizing to the future generation for leaving behind a damaged earth. that he is directly speaking to the future generation that we along with our ancestors have damaged the earth, and we are very sorry for that. Humanity was too caught up in selfish pursuits to take action. We know that there is no humanity at all. Now people are selfish and they are not at all caring about the future generation. They want to live their life as luxurious as they can. The earth was precious, but people realized its worth only after it was too late. We know that the earth is too precious and a lot of facilities are there, and life on the earth is very comfortable. We have to understand. We won't understand this until the damage has been occurred or something too late is happening. Destruction of nature. The poem imagines a world where the Amazon rainforest has become the Amazon desert. We know that Amazon rainforest is known as the lungs of the earth. Okay, and he imagines that this Amazon rainforest has been transformed into Amazon desert without any trees, without any um, vegetation, without any animals, etc. Everything has been vanished from this Amazon rainforest. Trees are described as life givers, providing air, food, water, and medicine. We know that trees are very essential for life on this earth because they are life givers. They are providing air, food, water, medicine, everything to human beings and other living organisms. Human greed led to massive deforestation. 40 football fields per minute, half the world's trees gone in a century. And now he is telling about the effects of deforestation or the process of deforestation. He is telling that 40 football fields per minute, that is a lot of football fields are being set up because football is a very popular game in America. That is why they are very much interested in order to build football fields. 40 around 40 fields are set up in every minute. For that purpose, a lot of trees should have been cut out. Then we know half the world's trees gone in a century. Not only due to the football grounds, but with the many reasons, half of the world's trees are going cut down in a century. Okay, so only a few trees are available or are existing now. Irony in the poem is that the speaker points out how people worship the image of leaves, that is money, while destroying real lives, that is trees. Actually, we should have to worship trees. Trees are real money, but we are running after leaves, that is money. Another important themes are greed and consumerism. The poet criticizes society for valuing profit over people and greed over need. So, people won't get satisfied. They are running after money and profit throughout their life. Nature is treated like a credit card with no limit, leading to the extinction of animals and poisoning of oceans. So, he is comparing nature to a credit card with no limits. So then this will lead to ultimate damage upon nature. The destruction is wrongly labeled as progress. That is, we used to say that our country is very progressed. A lot of concrete buildings are there, big cities are there in our country. On this criterion, we are calling our country as a very progressive country. But we know that for this purpose, we should have to damage the nature, we should have to cut down the trees. Okay, so actually we are going back, not we are going forward. Then critique of media and politics. Prince Ia directly addresses Fox News and Sarah Palin, mocking their denial of climate change. So these people are denied the climate change, or there is a phenomenon that is happening, climate change. The climate is fastly changing. Due to that, a lot of issues will be happened in future. But these people or this media were not at all ready to accept this fact. And then he is mocking means laughing at these people who said that there is no climate change at all. He highlights real victims, people in Bangladesh losing homes to rising sea levels, and children in Beijing suffering from air pollution. A lot of effects are there even now due to this climate change. We know that um, that is the sea level is increasing due to climate change. That is the global warming is happening due to this global warming. The result is that all the ice cubes or icebergs are melting and dissolving into sea, and the level of sea level is getting high. And in Beijing, people are suffering from air pollution. This is a fact, so we cannot push it out. He exposes how the media focuses on issues like terrorism, that is ISIS, while ignoring melting ice and environmental collapse. Nowadays, we are very much concentrating upon terrorism and certain terrorist groups, but we are not at all aware of the climate change and global warming and such things. The turning point that cut the beat, I'm not sorry. The poet shifts from apology to action and hope. We know that the poem has begun with an apology to the future generation, and then he is pointing out the reasons for making this earth very polluted and very damaged. Now he is very a little bit hopeful or optimistic. A lot of actions to be done to maintain this earth. He says that mistakes can be corrected if we act now. That is, it is time to act, so together we can stop or decrease the process of global warming. The metaphor of the farmer and the tree suggests that we must address the root causes of destruction, human attitudes, greed, and apathy, not just became governments. So he is telling about human beings very much in need of forests and trees. Poet is very much optimistic, and he is asking the people to work uh, with an amount of unity to work against global warming as well as the hazards or atrocities caused on nature. The poet declares that we are the root and the fountain of change. We should have to change ourselves. He urges people to warm our hearts and change the climate of our souls. It is not the climate, but our hearts should be get warmth. In order to cool our universe or in order to cool our atmosphere, we should have to join hand in hand together. Emphasizes that humans are part of nature, not separate from it. We know that we are also a part of this nature or this universe, not away from this universe. Saving nature equals saving ourselves. So as we are a part of this universe, saving the nature, that means saving ourselves. Here the poet is conveying a kind of universal message. All social struggles, racism, poverty, feminism, equality depend on the survival of this earth. A lot of atrocities or marginalizations are prevailing in our society or on this earth even now, like racism, poverty, feminism, inequality, etc. But everything should be depend upon the survival of this earth. That is, if the earth is not here, what's the question of racism, poverty, feminism, and such inequalities on this earth? So we should have to protect this earth at first, then we have to think about other silly matters. That is, we are not at all telling that these issues are very silly, but there is a lot of responsibilities are there for human beings, and a lot of huge things are to be completed on behalf of protecting the earth. So we should have to support these things or gives much concentration upon seriousness on this issue. Without a healthy planet, all human causes become meaningless. So, planet should be there, otherwise, human life won't be here. The poem ends with the words sorry, leaving a lasting emotional impact. He is asking sorry to the future generation. Actually, it's an emotional approach, and he wants to create a kind of lasting emotional impact upon the audience. We have to conclude the poem. That is, Prince Ea's Dear Future Generation story is not just a poem but a wake up call. It is high time we have to do something, otherwise, we will lose ourselves, our earth. It reminds us that apologies are meaningless without action. The poet inspires us to transform our mindset, lifestyle, and relationship with nature, ensuring that future generations inherit a living, breathing planet, not a memory of one. So now he is asking sorry. Why he is asking sorry to the future generation? Because we have destroyed or damaged this universe or this earth as better as we can. Okay, so we should have to change our mindset, lifestyle, and our relationship with nature in order to protect nature, and then only we can give a living, breathing planet to the future generation. Otherwise, the earth will only be a memory of an earth. There won't be a real earth, only a memory of that earth will prevail. Major themes of this poem are environmental destruction, deforestation, pollution, climate change, and extinction are consequences of human negligence. We are not at all bothering upon all these things. This will cause heavy damage on the humanity as well as on this nature. Human greed and ignorance. Why all these are happening? Only because human people or human beings are very much greed. They want to expand their territory or their wealth or whatever maybe it is, but they are not at all caring about the balance of ecology, responsibility and redemption. It's not too late. People must take a collective action to protect the earth. So it's high time. Even now, people should have to take some measurements to protect nature. We have to join hand in hand to protect nature without any disparity. We should have to protect our nature because it is the mother earth. Then interconnection life. Nature and humans are deeply connected. Harming one harms the other. We know that without nature, there won't be any existence of this human being. So if nature has been damaged, human beings can't live on this earth. So they are very much interconnected. Hope and change. The poet believes awareness and unity can reverse the damage. Okay, then he is optimistic somehow. He is telling that we can be get aware on all these that is all these hazards or all these damages caused on earth and global warming and other atrocities on nature. Then we can start protecting our nature. Some nature images and symbols are used by the writer like trees. Trees are symbols of life, breath and balance. Amazon desert is also symbolizes irreversible loss caused by deforestation. A lot of trees are being cut down from the Amazon forest. This will cause deforestation and it will damage the whole life itself. Footprints as a sinkhole represents destructive human impact on earth. Warm our hearts, change the climate of our souls. Metaphors for compassion and moral transformation. Roots and branches, that means or it symbolizes causes and effects. Okay, branches are effects, roots are causes of global issues. Apart from this, the poet has used some literary devices also, like a metaphor for that is, I will read the line, it contains metaphor, that is, we use nature as a credit card with no spending limit. So nature is being compared to a credit card by using the letter as, or by using the conjunction as. Irony is calling destruction progress. Allusion, reference to the narrative American belief caring for 7 generations ahead. So 7 generations are ahead and they should also live on this earth. There is no possibility, according to the writer, there won't be any possibility for this, because we have damaged the earth to the maximum, so they won't live on this earth. Contrast profit above people, greed over need. Repetition, I am sorry, emphasizes guilt and regret. Personification, earth is treated as a victim of human actions. So simile is there. We used nature as a credit card with no limit. By using the word as, we can call it as a simile. Obviously, the poet is conveying a message, a very good message through the poem. Humanity must acknowledge its role in environmental destruction. We know that humans are destroying this nature, destroying this environment, so they should be aware of the fact that they are destroying the environment. Change begins with individual awareness and collective responsibility. He is very much aware the fact that we should have to, as a rap singer, he should have to spread the notion for global warming and environmental protection. The poem calls for global unity to save the planet before it's too late. We know that even now it's too late, and before the end, we should have to work a lot. If we fail to protect Earth, no other social cause will matter. There will be no humanity left to defend them. So if we fail to protect the earth, if we are not at all successful in protecting the earth, then the future life won't be here. So this poem is also about protecting nature. Hope you have understood the video. If you have watched the video very thoroughly, write down notes and start studying very well. Okay, thank you.